Divine Soul Tribe, back again with another message and reading. Right, so welcome to my channel. I'm Divina. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new, please like and subscribe should the content resonate with you. Okay, so just a disclaimer, this is a general chat and reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. That way even. Okay, so he could be a she could be a he. Energy flows, it's fluid and it's timeless. So this can apply to you now, in the future, or there'll be past events that may come up. Okay, right, so we've got that out the way. Let's get into it. So the title of the video today, because I've been working on this all week. I'm sorry I haven't been here, but I've had a lot of channeled messages coming through, but it's all been in bits and pieces. Okay, so let's get into it. Are you ready for real, true love? Have you healed enough for it? Because what I've been channeling through the masculine collective, yeah, is there's been feelings of despair, hopelessness, feeling very low vibrational, right? And they are getting ready to come on in. This is what keeps coming through the collective, the readings, right? It's not just me, other readers are picking it up. It's, you know, it's go time. Hey, my darling. Right, so this is the thing. When they come on in, have you healed enough to accept them or receive them in the energy that they present themselves in? Because a lot of them are on their healing journey. They won't be as far in to their healing journey as you are. So they'll be recovering from whatever they've been experiencing, and as we know. Okay, so I'm filming for Facebook as well, YouTubers. So not everybody here on Facebook's going to know about this or even be bothered about it, but some of you will be. There's been a lot of spell work going around the collective, in the twin flame community, the divine beings community. A lot of creatures out there doing some dark-ish. So that's not to say that your person or the person that you're inquiring about hasn't had their own problems, but it hasn't helped that they've been affiliating themselves with creatures, karmic energies. That doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. You know, it could be family members, friends, co-workers, you know, just to name but a few. Gang members. I'm not going to get into it. But here's the thing, right? Have you healed enough to accept them in? And this is another thing that's coming up. To help them on their journey, right? Without expecting anything back from them. Because I hear it. I've heard a few times this last week. This is what I've heard. Oh, well, they've come back, but they're not really completely healed. It's not fair that the other person that they was with, they got the best of them. Did they? What did they get that was so good? A liar? A cheat? Somebody that was displaying narcissistic behaviours? Sneaky? Dishonest? Disloyal? The best of what did they get? Just a question? 4:44 on the clock. You're divinely protected. You see? Why is it they didn't choose me? Here's the thing. That Miguel song, All I Want Is You. What's that first line he says? well, it's not the first line, but it's at the beginning of the song. Trying to do right by you is what got me here. Because they wouldn't do the right thing full stop. So they walked away from you to go and perpetrate their ish on somebody that would accept it. Right? Now they're going to be recovering from the experiences that they've had, that they've been having. You know that old saying, you've made your bed, go lie in it? Well, they've had to be... Shouldn't laugh, it's not funny, but they've been laying in that bed that they made for themselves. And now they've got up, they're woke up. Because I done a reading yesterday, it's on YouTube, I'll post it on Facebook. YouTubers, go and have a look. And literally, the angels, God, your ancestors, all over this connection, your person's been shook up. They ain't got no choice. They've been getting messages in their dreams. They've been getting messages all day long. The ancestors are not playing. It's tower moment after tower moment. They're on it. They've got no choice. Right, so here's what I've been getting. Right. Are you ready for it? Really? Because it's, you know, not... And this is another thing that I heard. Well, it's not fair. What if I help them heal and then they decide they don't want to be with me? What if they do? What if that is the case? You're you know, most of you divine soul tribers are healers. That's your default setting. That's, you know, one aspect and one part of what you've been sent down here to do. You're an earth angel. You're here to heal. That's what we do. How we do it comes in varying different forms. That's our job. Does it does there have to be you know, it's, oh well, I'm only going to do it. Hi Paul, I'm only going to do it if I get this. I'm only going to do it if I get that. No, that's not how it works. Doctors don't go to work and say, oh, I'm only going to heal you if I can write about it or it gets me in the newspapers. They just go and do their job. You don't see carers going to work and putting stipulations on their job. They just go and care for people because they do. It's their job. This is the thing. Real true love is coming in. It is. It keeps coming up through the cards. It keeps coming up through channeled messages. Every which way you look at it, it's coming in. But here's the thing. Right. So we're being the dark forces, for want of a better choice of words, are trying to keep us knocked off our path, making us believe that you know, we can't get that. We can't have real true love. So they make it casting illusions, like I said in that reading that I did that time with the trickster demon come out. Can create a whole illusion right in front of your eyes while you're awake. Huh? To make you feel and believe that you're not gonna, or that something else is your reality. Now I don't know if I said about this on Facebook, but I'm going to say about it. This dream that I had with the snake, the lizard, dragon, salamander, whatever it was, right? But it was orange and yellow. So that's affecting the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. And then there was green and yellow newts outside. So that's the sacral chakra, the solar plexus and the heart chakra. And then a couple of days later, I dreamt about like a demon dressed in pale lilac, which one of my decks, that's the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. So that tells me that they are trying to affect the way you think, right? The way you think, the way you love, the way you feel, the way your confidence, your ability to move forward and get things done, and also your creativity, your belief in yourself that you can change, that you can step into a new life. You've done the work and got this far. Why are you going to let illusions, why are you going to let the appearance of something hold you back? Now, another thing, because this part is on you guys, right? Are you comfortable standing your ground and calling people out on overstepping their boundaries. Because yes, I know a lot of you have done it, you know, to a certain degree, but when it comes to that person, that one person, you know, oh, all right then, or maybe this time, oh no, stop it. How long will you give someone to show you that they've changed or that they're serious before you say, I don't believe you? Because if somebody's coming at you with the same energy, they haven't changed. Check it at the door or left it alone. Right? Because here's another thing, right? This is something else. Sorry, I've got to get these messages out and then hi Nyasha. Oh, I haven't seen you for a while. And are you prepared for the test that comes with the new cycle? And the test is going to be, some of it's going to be partly with your person, and the rest of it's going to be with your environment, the people that are around you, right? So, oh yes, some form of test will appear, and it will be a similar situation to something that you've experienced in the past, right? How are you going to handle it? How are you going to deal with it? Are you able to surpass that? Are you able to... Yeah, but I'm always around. YouTube, I'm always on YouTube. Well, not always on YouTube, but I am about. I'm back on TikTok. Gotta get myself back out there. I lost my 10-minute privileges on TikTok. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Right, so... yeah, you will find yourself in a similar situation that you've experienced in the past that you didn't handle so well. So that's going to be another little test. Even if it is, say, for argument's sake, your person coming up, presenting themselves, and then trying a little something like to overstep your boundaries, just to see, push, 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 right? The test is what you're going to do. Are you going to snip it out and be like, no, you're not doing that. This is how it is, or not at all. Off you pop. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock when I said that. Or are you going to allow it? Right, so that's that. So be prepared for tests, because you will be tested. Because the thing is, the thing that you want so badly, you're not going to be able to have it if you're still allowing the same things come into your life that caused you trauma and upset in the past. It's a test on how much have you healed. How far have you come? And I'm not saying that you haven't healed, and I'm not saying that you haven't got far, because you have. The thing is, it's how far. How far past those wounds. How much have you healed those wounds? Because healing's an ongoing process. It is. Because don't forget, it's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, right? So it's stripping all the layers back, yeah? Overcoming those feelings of hopelessness. Oh, it's not going to happen to me. Da, da, da. And when it does, you find yourself in that fear mode. Oh, I better not say this, or I better not say that. No, say it. Because this is the thing, if your person or anybody else that you have to stand your ground with and put your foot down with oversteps the mark, they're not for you. You can't take them through to the next season with you. You can't take them through to the next cycle. You can't. You're literally about to upgrade. You're literally about to upgrade. And this is why you're going through what you're going through. It's a full moon as well. Full moon is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by, what's it? Planet is it ruled by? I don't know what planet it's ruled by. It doesn't really matter. That's not really. It's not Saturn, is it? Saturn was. It might be Saturn actually. No. Anyway, I can't check that out right now. Anyway, however, right, here's the thing. That's the energy that rules the Temperance card, which is the angel, right? Which is angels, divine timing. So here's the thing: this is all about divine Jupiter, that's the one. Jupiter and Venus are like counterparts, I do believe. That's some planetary thing. Anyway, right. You're sad. Go on with a fire. Anyway, so it's about bringing things home. Yeah, it's divine timing. What have you done so far? Anyway, so, and it's a strawberry moon. Boom! Right, so that's that. Have you done enough healing? Because the thing is, you will be tested in that way. Let go of that fear. Let go of that worry. Because I keep telling people this all the time. Oh, yeah, but what if I say that and he doesn't come back? They always come back. Always. Right? So, here's the other thing. Right, just get through this and then get them cards out. Look, I've done a reading yesterday. That's on YouTube. And it started off with this card at the bottom of the deck, the High Council, right? Evolution, information and potential. And then it was the dream guide come out, lucid dreams come out, all of it, right? But this come out while I was shuffling. Anyway, so it's at the bottom of the deck again. Right, so let me get this bit out of the way and then we can get into it, yeah? So, this is another part of how of testing your resolve when it comes to your healing part process, right? How far you've come, yeah? So, your person displays narcissistic behavioural tendencies, right? Because we've got to stop calling them narcissists because we keep getting into trouble for that. People don't like it. Anyway, because not everybody that displays those tendencies is a full-on top-tier narcissist. Some of them just display those tendencies just to protect themselves. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it because that is a bit of a deep one. So, if you haven't healed your wounds, their behaviour is going to trigger you, right? Because I told you it's a program. They all do the same thing. They even say the same stuff. They do. I speak to people all over the world. And I keep telling you this. I speak to people all over the world. And they all tell me the same thing. And they all say the same thing. It's a program, right? So, this is another thing. Have you healed enough to receive your person, your counterpart that comes into your life? Because if you haven't and you're still triggered by their behaviours, you're not ready yet. I am ready. It needs to happen right now. But you've just spent the last 10 minutes telling me that they said this and they did that, and you want me to analyse it because you don't trust them. Because they're displaying similar things. These are things that, again, you have to go back to this whole point. How comfortable are you standing your ground? Yeah? Because they're going to still display certain behavioural tendencies. They are. You've got to, it's no different to breaking a habit, right? You bite your nails. You do everything you can to not bite your nails. You use specific nail varnish that tastes disgusting. You find another habit. You find something to do with your hands. You start with whatever it is you do. You do whatever it is you think will stop you from doing it. But you'll still find yourself, because it's a habit. It's no different to your person displaying certain behaviours. It's a mechanism. Like I said, it's a demon. It's a spirit. Right? It's a bit like me with my addiction one. I have to shut it up. Starve it out. But it takes time. So there will be times where they do things that you don't like, and they'll say things that you don't like. But it's part of breaking the program down. You've got to break it down and pick it apart, right? So if you haven't healed enough and passed and beyond what gets triggered by those behaviours, you're not ready. Because you have to be strong enough to be like, yeah, no, you're not doing that. We've talked about this. So you have to do it. We've talked about this. We don't do that anymore, do we, babe? Don't. What do we do instead? We discuss these things. We talk about it. Where's this behaviour coming from? But if your first initial reaction is a reaction instead of a response, you're not ready. Because they will still, because this is the thing, it's like a whole plaster situation. They're ripping the band-aid off, right? Some of them have got to literally jump ship and come away from their community because some of them are involved in groups, gangs, cult societies. Some of them it's their whole family. Some of them it's just a partner. Right? But for the majority of them, it's not just a partner, it's a lifestyle as well, like you don't forget, right? Because don't forget, even though it might just be a partner, they've got toxic friends, they live a toxic lifestyle. They have to have toxic friends to go and do those toxic things with and live that toxic lifestyle. So it's not just one person that they need to come away from. It really isn't. Anyway, right? So if you're not strong enough to check them for their behaviour rather than reacting to it, you did this, you've upset me, da, 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 don't you care about me? It's not. I'm not making excuses. I'm not. But if that's how you feel every time they do certain things, instead of like trying to be like, no, we've got to correct that because you can't keep doing that. Don't fly around here, love. You're not ready. Because this is the thing. They're going to come to you, and I don't really want to say it like this, but they're going to be very vulnerable. Like I said, when you get that communication, if they message your phone, if they call your phone, if they land on your doorstep, turn up at your work, whatever they do, well, let's hope they don't do that, but however they reach out and communicate with you, right, that's going to take every last little bit of courage they've got. Hi, Billy, in the first instance, just to approach you and just to come towards you. Then the next step's going to be, because they've got to take the risk that you're just going to go and cut them off and reject them again, because then they really will be out to sea on their own. Like, it's not funny, but it so they're going to need your help. That's when it comes back to this. Have you healed enough to be able to help them without expectation? Because not every pairing, not every pairing have to be or need to be together. Sometimes you're brought together for the healing, and then once that's done, you can go your separate ways should you wish to. You don't have to stay together, but not everybody's supposed to be together. Some people's mission here is to be together, and their relationship, their journeys separately and together will be a testimony for other people. It's inspirational, so on and so forth. But separately your stories will be inspirational for others. Each one teach one, right? And also as well, the coming together, the love story. Everybody loves a good love story. Even those tough men out there, and those tough girls out there, those in the masculine energy that like to display those narcissistic behaviours. Even them deep down inside, they love a good love story. They might not admit it, but that's why do you think it is they behave the way they do? That's all they want, is to be loved. Same as you. They just go about it in different ways. Like I said, they try to steal it from you, whereas you're willingly giving it. Anyway, so the question is, will you or can you help them without the expectation of what comes next? Because this is the thing, you can't truly help your counterpart heal if A, you haven't healed enough yourself to actually do it without expectation, or B, you're doing it with an expectation. Oh, if I do this, then they'll be with me. It doesn't work like that. Hi, Sam! It doesn't work like that. And that's the thing. That's one of the things, like when people come across their counterparts, or come across like me years ago when I met my catalyst. I was searching up. I was like, oh, the energy between the connection was absolutely crazy. And obviously, I knew about soulmates as well. So I was like, signs you've met your soulmate. Like, 'cause this was many, many years ago. And I was like, and the term twin flame come up. So I was like, oh, what's this? And you get, if you're supposed to know, you'll know, right? But it's everywhere nowadays. And everybody thinks that their toxic partner is their twin. No. It's really not the case, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So, alright, I'm talking to actual divine counterparts now at this point. What I'm talking about is actual divine counterparts, not karmic. Not every karmic counterpart you encounter is going to traumatize you and push you to the doctors for antidepressants. They're not. Some karmic counterparts come in and they shake you up and they make you face some things, but it's not the most traumatic of experiences. You can get through it seemingly unscathed and actually still, maintain a level of a friendship with that person because you have a lot of love and respect for them. Just, not every relationship you get into is supposed to last forever. Go and watch that episode of Black Mirror called Hang the DJ. Please. That in of itself will, give you a concept of what the whole journey is about. I mean, yes, it's they getting together, but please. It's about learning. The first initial union you need to worry about is within yourself. Because here's the thing. This is the bit that people get stuck on, myself included, when I started and I was doing it. Oh, when you do your healing, it will help your counterpart heal. And it will speed up the process. So you're not doing it right. Because in your head, you're like, oh, well, if I do my healing and I face my wounds and my trauma and I deal with my inner child and da-da-da this and da-da-da that, then my counterpart will heal and then we'll get together. No, they leave out the part where what they mean is the true union is within yourself. Balancing the dark side and the light side. Yin yang within you. Crazy concept. Anyway, right, so that's that bit there. And then, because this is, listen, from the reading that I did yesterday on YouTube, this is a God-ordained union. And it is supposed to happen despite all the delays, despite all the setbacks, despite all the spanners. The old flipping toolbox has been chucked in at this wave of unions. It's supposed to happen. They are supposed to happen. The wave of unions that's been affected by a lot of this spell work and stuff, it's supposed to come together. We've got ancestors, angels, got on it. They're not playing, right? But this is the thing, okay? If you haven't healed enough, if they're still they're going to still be displaying their behaviours, their narc behaviours, right? If you are still being triggered by their behaviours, you're not ready for your divine union. If their past actions, because they've got to come in and tell you the truth about everything that's happened, if their past actions are triggering you and you can't look at them and be like, oh, okay, so you did that. I'm going to need a little bit of time to process. And then, then we can get back to whatever, yeah? If their past actions are still triggering you, yeah, but you did this, or yeah, but you did that, and da-da-da this, and blah, blah, that, and blah. If that's how you still are, you haven't healed. Trigger warning. Should have said that first. Because if you are not in a space where you can actually look beyond how their behaviour affected you and be like that and see why they was doing it, because don't forget I did that whole thing last week about the relationships that men have with their mothers. Not everybody is a woman dealing with a man, I know, but it just, energy's fluid, energy flows, but people's issues with their mother does have an effect on how they are in relationships and what they've watched their mother experiencing growing up. And that particular episode I did was specifically for women dealing with men. Just take it as it resonates because, energy's fluid anyway. I want people to, I don't want it. I'm not interested in it, right? Anyway, because the thing is, if you haven't healed what gets triggered, you haven't healed. And then if you, well, because you haven't healed enough, you have to be able to see why they did it. It's no different to being in a situation like you split up with someone, they start doing this, especially if you've got children with somebody, you've got no choice, you've got to have contact with this person. You can't just snip them out, right? You've got to have contact with this person, and they keep doing things to get under your skin because they're hurt and they want your attention. So if you can't see that they're doing that because they're hurt and they want your attention, and you're giving them your attention, I did that, you haven't healed. It's the same thing. Like, oh well, you know, for me, like, you know, I've had exes do things. Well, my kids' dad do things, and I've had people, don't you hate him? You know, you should do that. No, because it is. I am disappointed and it's despicable, but he's got to live with the karma that comes with attached to what is done, his behaviour. He's done that because he's hurt, he's wounded. Hurt people. That's what they do. But that's not. I'm not going to have to live with that for the rest of my life. He is. Anyway, so just make sure that you're ready to receive. And if you still feel triggered by some of their stuff, then be the bigger person and say, look, I'm not quite ready for this just yet. Need to take it slow. I need to take a step back, or I need a little bit of time to process this, to process that, because if you don't, this is what's going to happen. A whole nother karmic cycle. It is. Because if you can't be in a true divine union within yourself, you're not ready for your counterpart. Not. And I know, and that, you know, sit with that thought. If they came back in and still started displaying some of those behaviours, because they will, because you're going to have to help them work past them, because you're going to have to help them dig in and figure out why they do it, right? But if you're still being triggered by those particular behaviours that they're struggling to get past, you're not ready. Ask yourself, are you ready? Would those things still bother you? That's why you're going to get tests. You will be tested before they come on in. Why me? Why? You've come this far. You've come this far. Right, put that down now. 33 minutes in. I'm going to get my cards out now, guys. I am. Let's drink. It's not coffee. It's a bit of green tea. Right. So, we're going to get these cards out. It's my Dream Oracle, Angel Dream Oracles deck. Nettle. Boundaries and caution. Proceed with caution and set your boundaries. Yeah, purple, that come out yesterday. Third eye, first eye, clairvoyance. Yeah, you're tapped in. Truth is about to be revealed. You're tapped in. Are you ready for the truth? There's that High Council. I'm taking that out because it wants to be seen. Look, God energy. Those two are coming out and they can sit up there on the side, right? Okay, so I'm going to give it one more shuffle and then we'll see what comes out. Food, nourishment, relationships and health. Are you going to nourish the relationship with yourself in a healthy way? Because here's the thing, you are what you eat. But I'm going to change that to you are what you consume. What you consume, you are. It's not just food and drink. Be careful about that because them creatures are out there still trying it with the spell work. What you watch on the telly, the music that you listen to, the people that you talk to, the crap that comes out of their mouths. Excuse me. almost 35 minutes. That's a sweary word. Can't find a penny, I'll just put 2 in. Gives me 1 more. Yeah, because that's another thing as well. Like, are you around people that actually give you sound advice, or are you around people that just give you their opinions and tell you what they think you should do based on what they would do? Because this is the thing. I'll tell people, yeah, you could try this, you could try that. I would try this, but I'm not you. These are the options that you've got. These are the possible outcomes of what could happen. Take your pick of whatever consequence it is you want to live with. But the nourishment is how you feed yourself, what you feed yourself, right? Are you going to do it in a healthy way? And then once you're able to do that, then you can move forward with your counterpart. Right, that's it. I'm not going to do the thing. Truth revealed, clever. See, this is the thing, right? Most of the stuff that your person's got to come and confess, the truth that they need to reveal, you already know. You do. Because your third eye, yeah, your first eye chakra burst is open anyway. You can already see the truth. You've already seen it. Right, now I'm going to shuffle. Right, no, it's still at the bottom of the deck. So that's what's coming in for you. Nice slice of truth pie. Are you ready? Travel, journey, path, location. You're on your path, right? You stepped onto the path to start your journey, right? Now, location, where are you at? And this is what I call it, when you're moving forward, what I call it is your next checkpoint destination, because it's not your final destination, is it? It's where you need to get to so you can work from that point, right? Kitchen, creation, that's like the sacral chakra. Yes, that's where you hold your sexual energy, but that's where you hold your creativity, your fertility, what you want to manifest. What do you want to create? What kind of life do you want to create whilst you're on that path? What's your next checkpoint destination going to be? Dragonfly, transformation, magic and illusion. You lot are coming out of any illusion that you've been under, because you're transforming. You're transitioning, you're growing and evolving, reaching for your dreams. Go for it, Spirit said. Whatever it is that you're trying to get into your life right now, whatever that next checkpoint destination is, go for it. You're already on your pathway. You stepped onto the pathway because you've started your journey. Where you're at right now is not where you're going to be stuck. It's just a point on that path, on that journey. Go for it. Past life, gifts and review. Your ancestors are bestowing you with the gifts that you need to continue on that journey. They are. And review, reflect. Like I said, look, sacral chakra's right there. Passed over loved ones. Comfort, forgiveness. That's your ancestors. It's literally the same as yesterday's reading. Creativity, that's the sacral chakra. And change. What did I literally just say to you? Things are about to change. You need to change the location that you're at. You need to move forward. Because you can't stay where you are. It's part of the journey. What's your next checkpoint destination? You need to know where you're going. You need to have the confidence in yourself. Sun energy is like Leo energy, because that's the sun card in the traditional tarot decks. God energy in this deck. Source, growth, illumination. God energy. With the High Council, evolution, information and potential. Creativity. Your future is in your hands. You have to believe in yourself. What did I just say? Because source energy is not even on that card, but it is on that one. White. You can't see it. Source, divinity, enlightenment. You can't make this up. You can't. And that is slightly lilac, which is, you can't see it because of the bloody lighting, but that, look, source is God. It is back to orange. I'm taking it. There's red as well. All the bloody chakras are out here now. Look. That's so you can see things more clearly. You've got your divine enlightenment, your divinity. You're stepping into your divinity. You are becoming enlightened. Look, why? Because your ancestors said so. You need to review and reflect on the past. It's like the judgment card. You're gaining your gifts from your wisdom. You're unlocking your wisdoms from reflecting on everything you've been through. You are, right? You're not stuck. What did I just say with that travel card? You're not stuck where you are. It's a checkpoint. This is a point where you move from. You don't have a birthday and stay that age forever. You move forward. You grow and evolve. All right. Okay, let's look at it like this. Your journey through education. You don't stay in nursery. No, you go to reception. Then you go to the first year. So on and so forth. Then from school you go to college. Or sixth form. And then college. And then university. I mean, life is school. But that's besides the point. Right? You're not stuck. Nobody's stuck. Believe in yourself. You are the master of your life. Right? You can see that more clearly now. Full moon is at the bottom of the deck. Completion. Culmination. Here we go. Lucid dreams. Awareness. Opportunities. You guys have got the opportunities to grow and evolve at this point. Because you're tapped into source. You're in your divinity. You're gaining the enlightenment because you can see things clearly now. Right? You're about to change. Nothing can hold you back. That's about passion and survival. What are you passionate about? Your journey. Your transformation. You are the magic. You. The angels, the ancestors, and God said. I told you this already. I know, I get a little bit passionate. I get passionate because I can see what's going on. Because I'm tapped into source and that God's energy. And I got them on my back. And the ancestors. I've been enlightened and I'm sharing it with you. Come on, it's time for a change. Get back to that start point where your innocence is, you can be reborn into this innocence. Let it all go. That's another thing actually, right? Innocence, trust and honesty. Here, this is what I've got getting from that. Look, here I go, get passionate. Like I watch like a couple of other readers and that, but like they do readers like this. And they're so calm and chilled out. I'm like, oh, like. Anyway, here's the thing. If you fully tap into yourself, if you fully let go and let God, right, then you can be enlightened. You can tap into source. You can step into your divinity. If you're willing to change, right? If you're willing to transform and believe that you're the magic. Here's the thing, right? This is the thing, like that truth revealed that kept coming up when I was doing the pre-shuffle, yeah? This is not so much, well, it is for you as well as it is for your person, right? Your counterpart. Here's the thing. If you're truly, completely, 100% honest with yourself and with your person, and they do the exact same thing, here's the thing. Then you, it's no different to like, you know, the confessional. You go and confess your sins so you can be absolved of your sin. You do a few Hail Marys. Well, you know, you ain't got to do that. But you can start again from scratch. Do you trust yourself to be honest with yourself and with your person? Do you trust your person to be honest with you? Because here's the thing, once you've cleared the air and you've got everything off your chest, everything's out on the table, right? Then you can, then there's innocence there. Right? 44, like divinely protected, divinely guided, right? It's not, see, it's a fresh start. That's what it is. But it has to come with truth, trust, and honesty. It does. because please like and subscribe. Love to have you to the Divine Soul Tribe. I'm going to say that now from now on when there's any quiet of me. Not that there's going to be many quiet parts. Look, watched it jump out. That's your solar plexus. Listen, I'm telling you, that dream I had the other night, that snake, it was like a snake, but it looked like a lizard dragon. It was more like a Chinese dragon, I suppose. And it was coming through a bathroom window. It was looking for me. It looked to the right first, and then it looked to the left. Because I was stood this side, and I wasn't even in the room, and it was coming for me. Why was it coming for me? It wants to attack my confidence, flexibility, adaptability, your personal power. And orange, creativity and change. My ability to believe in myself, that I can change, that I've got the confidence and the ability to create the changes. And be the magic. That's almost all of the chakra system out. Okay, right, what else have we got? Can you be flexible? Can you adapt? Can you tap into your personal power? Can you? Or have you lost the confidence within yourself to keep going? To stay on that journey, to stay on that path that you're guided by your ancestors, by the High Council, by God to be on. What? Look, this keeps ending up at the bottom of the deck. I put it back in and I've shuffled it again. Balance. Bring balance into your life. The elemental kingdom. I don't know what I'm getting for that. Elemental king. Get out in nature. At the bottom of the deck, gardening, manifesting, planting, reaping. You reap what you sow, and so shall you reap. What have you been planting? Because it's time for you to manifest. This is the thing. To see that dream that I had with that darn reptile, right, coming for me, yeah, it was trying to attack my sacral and my solar plexus chakras, right? Now, and also as well, the other dream I had, it was like a soft lilac-y colour that the demon was wearing, yeah, which is what I said earlier at the beginning. I'll have to dig it out. this crown chakra in this card is the colour that this person's wearing. Look there. Look, yin yang's underneath that. You see, it was that colour so that I associated it with that, right? Use those in a minute. I can't stay on forever. I've got to go. Right? So the thing is, you manifest what you focus on. If you start believing that you can't make any changes, if you can't be flexible, if you feel like you're stuck, if you don't feel like you can adapt and change and go with the flow and stay confident within yourself and how far you've come and how far you've and what you've achieved and what you can continue to achieve, right? And your ability to change and be flexible, you will feel stuck. Moonstone, mystery and intuition. Trust your intuition. Waning moon, introspection and self-inventory. That's about taking stock of yourself and how far you've come. Past life. That's like the judgment card. That is. Selenite and premonition. Right, I've got to stop because otherwise that would be the whole deck. Prophecy. It's prophesied that God, the High Council and your ancestors and the angels on it, right? Self-inventory with this, yeah? That's about you taking stock of yourself, like I said, reflecting on how far you've come. It's the little things that make a big difference. Oh, nothing's changed. A lot's changed. You're different. What's changed from the beginning of the year to now? What's different? Things are different. Spiritual activation. You're being simulated. Part of a prophecy. Look, there's that dress rehearsal. Right. I don't want to have to go through these. The only one we haven't got out here, actually there's two we don't have, is the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Right. So let's get a little bit of tarot on it. I don't know what I want to use. This one. Right. Look. That's the King of Cups and that's the Four of Wands. The King of Cups, that's emotional maturity. That's your person coming to the realization of how they feel about you. Well, they've always known, but they've never really accepted it. They've always thought it was a bit of a crush. It was just based on passion and lust. They thought it was limerence. Like I keep telling you, those tower moments have been coming in, and they've all they've realised is how they feel about you. That's the only thing that sticks around. The feelings for you. Right. Four of Wands. Well, you know what that is. That's stability. That's contentment. That's commitment. Fool card. Right. Ready and willing to take a leap of faith. Okay. The Empress and the World card. Right? Listen, that's you. The Empress. You're closing out karmic cycles, you're shutting things down, you're wrapping things up. That's the end of the Fool card. I just showed you the Fool card. That's the end of the Fool's journey. Growth. Yeah? Transformation. You are the magic because you've come this far. No more illusions. Right? God energy. Source. Divinity. Enlightenment. That's what you get when you reach this stage. That's how you became the Empress. Right? He tried to jump out on me and I just left him down there. I was going to put him back. These three cards, you just watched me shuffle. Now go and watch my 30-minute video from yesterday on YouTube. And you will see that these three cards were together yesterday. Right? You've closed out karmic cycles. You've closed up things that no longer serve you. You've done the reflection, the review. Yeah? Where's that other one? Introspection, self-inventory. You've reflected on the past. Hi, Stephanie. You've reflected on the past, right? And you've come to this point. You've stepped into your divinity. You have. Right? You've gone through the particular points of that chakra system that seem to keep coming up. Right? The base chakra. Right? Where you hold your passion and your willingness to survive. Right? What keeps you stuck? What keeps you grounded? What holds you back? Yeah? You've let go of those things. You're trusting in yourself, in your creativity, your ability to manifest. Right? To change. Adapt. To hold your personal power and have the courage to make the necessary moves, to be flexible, right? You've opened up your third eye, your first eye, and you're now clairvoyant. Told you, you're a high priestess by default. Tapped into source. Because the thing is, you've learned how to speak up, you've learned how to open your heart, but those particular chakras you couldn't see clearly because you was under an illusion, under spells. There's no more of that because all that ish. I actually paid for another swear, but I'm not going to do it. Because of all the spell work that's been going through this collective, right? It's absolutely disgusting, yeah? You guys, you divine soul tribers, have been under a spell. Okay, your person's been the one drinking the Kool-Aid. Yes, I know, I get it, I can hear you. What affects them is going to affect you. You might get a tickle of it, but you're still going to catch some of it. Because don't forget, excuse me, you're tapped in. Telepathic communication, that came up in my other deck. Telepathic communication. So if your person sat there feeling hopeless, in despair, feeling like things are never going to work out, probably better not do this, shouldn't do that, probably just best to move on, so on and so forth, you're going to pick up on that. But the question is, why are they feeling like that? Why are you feeling like that? Observe the thoughts. Process them. Why would you be thinking those things? Because they're thinking those things, so you're going to think those things. That's when you're like, well, I don't feel like that. I'm fine, thanks. I'm doing really well. I've got this under control. I've got that under control. That's underway. I've got that in the pipeline. That's all lined up. This is going well. You've got no reason whatsoever to feel like things are going wrong. Things are upside down, inside out. Or they've gone to the left. You don't have to feel like that. That's your person. So you, for a few moments or a couple of days, however long it takes you to come to the realisation that that's them and not you, will be caught off guard. And that was one of the biggest problems that you guys had, was to separate yourself from them. And I want to be separate from them. Why not? Because if they're still in that low vibrational energy, that's what you're thinking about. That's the stuff that you're picking up on. You've come past that. Source, divinity, enlightenment, live in it. Reflect and review, but don't get stuck. How far have I come? If that happens again, what should I do better next time? To do better, you've got to know better. To know better, you've got to go wrong somewhere. It's a lesson. Don't have to have a whole season of one lesson, do you? Or a lifetime of one lesson. If you don't do anything differently, you're going to repeat the same things. If you hear yourself saying, here we go again, it's an opportunity, it's a wonderful opportunity to do it differently. Why does that always happen to me? Because you let it. Sorry, I should have said trigger warning. Sorry guys, but come on. If you find yourself in a similar situation, it's an opportunity to do something different. To generate a different outcome. Anyway, this is, you guys, both of you, look, the counterparts are closing out cycles. Can't make it up. Look, there's that Leo energy again. Sun card. What did I say when the Sun card came out? So I've been saying this, and I'm going to say it again. Between now and August, things are going to change a bit, in a big way, right? This is you having the courage to let go of your pride and ego, right? To move forward with compassion for yourself and your person. King of Swords, they're going to come forward to tell you the truth. That's the communication card. But I see this card as like communication from spirit as well, because this is the 8 of Wands, yeah? The 8 of Wands is like Cupid's arrows, right? So it's not necessarily about love, because it's Wands energy, so it's fire energy, so it's spirit energy, right? But this is the thing. Your person, that's your person right now. They've been getting the signs, and they know they need to come towards you and tell the truth. They need to communicate their truth with you, because that's the King of Swords. He speaks the truth. Well, he should do. Right. There's that Fool card again. Ready to take a leap of faith. Come forward and apologise. Because they are sorry for the way they've treated you. Because they've done nothing but reflect. Yesterday, I kept getting the dream card came out, and lucid dream. Well, lucid dreams did come out. It did. They've been shown a lot of things in their dream space, because they don't get it in their waking space. They get shown it in their dreams. That'll be your ancestors. That'll be the angels. That'll be your spirit guides. That'll be their ancestors and their spirit guides as well. And God, because God said, get on it. Right? So what do you do when you have a dream that's very lucid, you know, and you can feel things? Even, I don't know about you, I've woke up crying before, like if I've been in a dream crying, right? So your person's been getting dreams, and they've had to spend time reflecting on them. They have. They've been getting the signs. They probably see your name everywhere. But this is them right now. That's the spiritual infant card, and I've been saying that to you all year. They might have been involved in this, that, and the third. Who knows? Take it as it resonates. I'm not saying that your person's adverse to any spirituality because they've been drinking the Kool-Aid. Some of them would know they've been entertaining people that are from a circus of clowns, creatures and covens. Some of them know that. So some of them have been partaking in them practices. But they're a spiritual infant to being divine. Working for the darkness and working for God are two different things. And I tell you what, this keeps showing itself. I can see it at the bottom, right? That is release, reflection and transition. Just have to get that out. Right, so let's... Tower. What did I say to you earlier? They're getting tower after tower after tower because they know they need to come forward. That's part of the signs that they're getting. Why? That's the 10 of... You can't make it up. You watch me shuffle these cards. That's the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. They want that emotional contentment. They want that happy ever after with you. They want to be able to make a family with you, or at least start one. And it doesn't necessarily need to be children, because not everybody's going to want children or be able to have children because of age or whatever circumstance, whatever, right? Take it as it resonates. Everybody's situation is different, okay? Could be a new business because the 10 of Pentacles is there. They want to do something that starts a legacy. They want something stable. They want something firm. They want to start their own family traditions with you. Why? Because they know that you're their divine counterpart. That's why you've both been out here, ending out karmic cycles, letting go of things that no longer serve you, seeing the truth of the matter, enlightenment. They're plotting and planning. It's the 7 of Swords. They're not going to come on in and be deceptive anymore. That's the 4 of Wands. We started off with that. This is what they want. Commitment. Quite possibly marriage. Well, yeah, look. The 2 of Cups, that's divine union. These cards here. Look. Look, you can't make it up. These cards were sat on the table. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card. I am sure these cards came out yesterday as well. I'm sorry, the reflection's a bit much, guys. Right? I'm sure these cards came out yesterday. They want a brand new stable beginning with you, right? They want to start something new that's going to grow and evolve and be abundant. They want a brand new passionate beginning with you, and they want the opportunity to come on in and show you that, right? Magic. You know, it doesn't never necessarily have to be sexual. Magical opportunities. A lot of you are going to start a business together, a very good business, a profitable business. That's justice. So for some of you people would have been married and they will be getting divorced. Some of you, these people would have, your person would have been involved in a group or whatever it is, and they've got to get themselves away from them legally. Family members, paperwork, anything like legal stuff, everything is going to be put right. That's karmic justice. Yeah, brand new passionate. I'm telling you, in that Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So the change is going to happen suddenly. It is. You're the Queen of Wands out here. Confident, spiritual warrioress. You've done your work. You have. Sexy, confident, sassy, no nonsense, tolerating, badass. Hey, Kelly. You've been manifesting this as much as they've been manifesting it. Look at that. That's the 8 of Cups. Your person's walking away from people, places and things that's made them feel depleted. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, and quite possibly physically. Because it's draining. It is. Right? Because they've chosen their destined path. That's why. They are taking charge of their life, and they are becoming the director of their life. You're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing, just on different levels. You've made those necessary moves, right? to take the steps that needed to be taken to continue along your journey, right? Because you've moved on from the checkpoint destination that you were at. But here you are now, you've completed another cycle and you're leveling up. That's what I said. Are you ready for real, true love? Are you ready for it? It's coming in. This is almost like a mirror image of, well, not almost, but practically most of these cards came out in the reading that I did yesterday on YouTube. And I titled that, Angel, this is a God-ordained connection, being protected by the angels and ancestors. It's literally come out again. You've watched me shuffle the cards. Look. No more being stabbed in the back. No more being left out in the cold. Your person wants to come on in and work with you and make this connection grow. Look, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, some of you guys are going to be starting a very, very profitable businesses out here. Something stable, a foundation from which you can build, and there's going to be nothing but magic in that. In your connection and in the life that you live together. Yeah? Success. There. No more of this. And here's the thing with this card. I don't know if I can bring it in without the light reflecting too much. But this card here, right, yeah, you can see those swords are being lifted up. They're not stuck in that person's back. They're being lifted up. That's the divine taking those out so that you can heal, your person can heal. That's what that's about. And then you're going to work together and create abundance. You are. After a period of heartbreak, disappointment and upset, things are about to be balanced out. Equal give and take. No more take from your person's side and you're just give, leaving you depleted. They were an energy vampire. Come on in, steal the love, run off and give it to someone else. Right? No more of that. But here's the thing. This is that's like, I don't know if that's a child there. But the wounded inner child, that's what they were dealing with. They were always heartbroken. That's why they wouldn't be vulnerable, because everything they did was to protect that wounded inner child. Can't make it up. Death card's at the bottom of the deck. Transition. That's literally the death card there. Transition. Reflection, transition and release. It is. One more. No more illusions. That's the Seven of Cups. No more illusions. And the Page of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck again. So that next to, right, so you've got the spiritual infant over here that wants to come on in and apologise and give you an offer of love. And this one here is ready to learn that about being spiritual, about your love language, to stop breadcrumbing. But they want to come on in and show you that they're stable. And this is the inner child they're going to be operating. This is the energy of the inner child they're going to be operating from when they come to you. A spiritual infant, yes. Sorry, yes. Learning how to handle their emotions, yes. Young and vulnerable is what I'm going to say, but eager to learn, but stable, more stable, because they're learning to deal with their emotions in a more productive way, in a healthy way, not from this space. They've moved past this space. They've released that energy, right? So that they can come with this small coin, this small but stable offer, and grow from that. Ready to take a leap of faith. Now that's the Six of Swords. They've come away from all the things that have held them back in the past, because they've learned that they're not stuck. They're not stuck. They have the ability to make those changes. They are the director of their lives, the same as you did. You did it, now they're going to do it. Why? So you can have this together, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Happy, stable life. Emotionally fulfilling, abundance, just constantly coming on in. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Right. I've got a deck here that keeps calling me. I keep not using it. And it's the ancestors and spirit guides, I think. So, trader, exchange energy to create abundance. What did I literally just say? What was I saying at the beginning? Are you ready to receive, right? Because no, they're not going to be fully at the same space that you're at, right? This is going to be their energy. Vulnerable. What was that unicorn card? Innocence, trust, and honesty. Now you don't have to help them, but you will. Right? Exchange energy to create abundance. Yeah? Abundance is coming in. Abundance of happiness, abundance of love, abundance of stability. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Right? Abundance of magic, abundance of passion, abundance of happiness. The Knight, be brave and honest. Told you the truth's got to be revealed. Moon, take note of intuitive messages. There's only 2 cards, I need to spit it again. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. You're generational curse breakers. So you've got to go past the patterns that your ancestors set. Oh, that's what my dad did. That's what his dad did. That's what his dad did. So what, I've got to do that as well. That's what your grandmother did. That's what. Stop. Do it differently. Break the mold. That's what you're here for. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. That's what's said. Believe in yourself. Flexibility, adaptability, and personal power. Focus on those plans that you make for yourself. 22 it is. That's the time, not on the clock. Right? Make plans and focus. Follow them through. One more. Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. Said that to you already. Trust your instincts. If you feel that you're not ready to be around your person when they re-enter in your life, but I promise you, your ancestors, God, the angels wouldn't let them come on in if you weren't ready to receive them. If you don't feel that you are, then be big enough to say, I need some time. I'm not ready. Right? Because you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you don't. Say that. Because there's no sense to be accepting somebody in. Oh yeah, just come on in. Because you're scared that they may go again. They've already been gone and they've returned. Please like and subscribe. If this is resonating with you, give it a thumbs up, please. You don't have, well, yeah, I would like you to subscribe because I would like you to join the Divine Soul Tribe. More the merrier. There's strength in numbers. Right. Mountains. Oh, Earth Guardian. Right, mountains. Stand your ground. That's what I was saying. You've got to be strong enough to set your boundaries and stand your ground. And don't let anybody overstep the mark. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Right? Don't let your emotions run away with you and you get overwhelmed and you're like, oh, okay, then I'll just do that. Because don't forget that you've got the telepathic communication with your person and they're going to feel like that. They're going to feel anxious. They're going to feel worried. They're going to be scared that you might not accept them. So don't just power them off. Like if you need time to process, ask. Well, tell them. I need some time to process this. I'm not saying I need you to go away or whatever, however you want to say it. Say I need some time to process. Alright? Don't feel like you have to give them an answer straight away. Don't feel like you have to renegotiate your boundaries. Your boundaries is your part of your self-respect. Oracle, wait for the important information. It's coming. Seer, look. See beyond the current situation. What was I saying to you earlier about when if they are still displaying narcissistic tendencies and behaviours, which they will be, if you can't see past that behaviour, and then you're not ready, you're not healed enough. But that's what I say. That's what the C is here for. See beyond the current situation. So if they're currently displaying certain behaviours, know that it's coming from a wounded place. But they're working on that wound. They are. What I want to get now. So I've got to close this out. I've got to go and do a reading. Right, I'm going to a couple of these. No, actually no. Because otherwise it'll get too long. Get the Romance Angels deck. No, I was right the first time. Okay. Look. Happy family. That's like the Four of Wands. That's the crown chakra, but I pulled that out anyway. Attachments. You're releasing any attachments that you've got left over. And so's your person. Look, that's financial constraints under that dropped out. So that's not just financially, but your person might be getting affected financially. They might not be as financially stable as maybe you are. And they're working on that, and that might be part of what's holding them back, because like I said to you before, they want to be stable. They want to come to you, like I said, and give you an offer that you can't refuse. Strategy. Told you. They're making sure they cross the T's and dot the I's before they reach you. I'm telling you, they are not going to turn up, right, in a way that you're going to be like, nothing's changed, has it? It's still the same, off you go. They're not. You're going to, it will be enough of a change within them, because they're making sure. This is almost giving me the Knight of Pentacles energy, right? Because they take their time. They cross the T's, they dot the I's, all on the way there. Their strategy is to make sure that they've done enough healing to come towards you. Your strategy should be the same. Look. They just come out. The four of the four, right? Happy families. Have some patience, because the next phase is going to take some patience and take your power back. Magician in the mirror. Got this showing itself up. They have been all tied up, but they're definitely coming towards you. Yeah. Door to personal healing and happiness is there, right? They've been all tied up in the past, right? That's them attachments, but they're coming towards you because they want that happy family life, because they know that you're their divine counterpart. Don't know how many times I tell you. You guys just need to have a little bit more patience, right? Because they're releasing these bonds. Because you've got their heart. I just want one to come out. That's what they're coming in for, a victory. There's that bloody sacral chakra again. So daughter spirit, they're releasing anything that's kept them bound. Because the thing is with the sacral chakra, it's where you hold your sexual energy as well. And a lot of people in the collective have experienced some form of trauma in a sexual way, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be as sinister as you first initially think. Sometimes people play out their issues, you know, like their mother issues, their daddy issues, or whatever, being hypersexual, because that's how they think that they need to be behaving to get attention, to get love, right? So in a way, some people sexually abuse themselves to a certain degree, because that's just it. Yeah, it is what it is. I can't get too deep into that right now, but the thing is, they're releasing all these things that have held them back, right? They're going through the daughter spirit, and they're dealing with a lot of jealous people in the background, right? But they're working on their money. That's like the King of Pentacles. There you go. There's the seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. That Archangel Uriel is about, and Ariel actually, suppose they're interchangeably the same person if you go doing some research, but they are to do with intuition and psychic abilities, right? So I want to close this out because it's going to get too deep. And I gotta go. I've just split my Romance Angels deck. Love yourself first, and that's about setting your boundaries. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Keep telling you this. There you go, engagement. That's what's going to happen. A high level of commitment's going to come on in. Just want a couple from this. I'm not going to get too deep in it. That fell out of my hand. It's an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, okay. We don't want nothing. Oh, no, that's too many. Healing family issues is at the bottom. You deserve love. Come on. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Forgiving and learning. And that's basically how we started. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your future, in your present moments. Sorry. Right. So on that note, I am going to close it out because it's an hour and 21 minutes. I will come back before 7 days is up. I'm going to close out with an Namaste card. So I gotta go, people. I gotta go. Please like and subscribe if you made it this far. Love to have you to the Divine Soul Tribe. Right, so we're going to close this out with this Namaste card. See what we can get. Oh, I literally just see this card, right? And I was going to read it, and look, it's yellow, right? So that's the colour of the solar plexus. You can't see it. Shines so bright. Colour of the solar plexus, sun energy, Leo energy. So again, it brings us back to August. Right? Flexibility, adaptability, and personal power. Anyway, I see this card and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just read that. And I was like, no, just shuffle them and see what comes out. And this came out. You are blessed regardless. Every experience enriches us and those around us in some way, regardless of what we achieve or don't achieve, do or don't do. All is a blessing in one form or another. Nothing is a mistake, for all serves as a divine purpose. All is blessed. All is blessed indeed. And on that note, Divine Soul Tribers, 1, 2, 3 on the clock. Ascension numbers. That's twin flame numbers. Actually, I am you. So on that note, Divine Soul Tribers, I'm going to love you and leave you. Till next time. Stay divine.